Extended family stress during the holidays, it starts with you. Just like everything else I talk about on Connect Point Moms, it always has to start with you because you, moms, set the tone in your home. So the number one extended family stress fighter I want to give you, the number one fighter for that, is take care of yourself. So if you know that old Pretty Woman movie, Take Care of You, I want to stress the importance of taking care of yourself physically and emotionally and spiritually and physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. I had to check my notes. So I just wrote an article on connectpointmoms.com about mindfulness, just 3 ways to be more mindful in your everyday life. It's like a 3-minute read, super quick, and then my mindful videos attached to the bottom of that. So check that out to help you fight the stress of that sometimes comes during the holidays with extended families. Sometimes we deal with stress by maybe drinking too much or eating too much or cleaning too much or exercising too much. But if you start with being mindful, which is just thinking and feeling and doing, thinking about what you're thinking and feeling and doing when you're doing it, it helps you be more aware. Okay, am I really hungry, or am I just eating this because my mother-in-law is freaking me out? Which, of course, my mother-in-law doesn't freak me out. I'm very blessed in that way. But, you know, there's moments anytime you're around family that can bring up past issues, and it can be stressful. So taking care of yourself is the very first stress fighter that you need to do, moms. Take care of yourself by being mindful, being aware of what you're doing. That will help you emotionally and spiritually. Take care of yourself physically. Make sure that you are getting enough sleep. If you don't have it, you can't give it. So you've got to be well rested. Take care of yourself mentally. I mean, are you taking breaks for you? Are you getting fed? So I'm the director of early childhood ministries at Grace Point Church. And just this past week, I asked all of our volunteer team members, hey, what are you doing to get fed? Are you spending time in the Word with Jesus? Are you walking outside? A lot of us really get our energy from sunlight and fresh air, and we spend so much time inside and on media. So number one, take care of you. Number two, manage your expectations. Sometimes we have these ideas of, oh, it's going to be so amazing and so wonderful. And then when it's not, we're completely crushed. So a while back, I had done a video about, I think it was called Managing Expectations or Filling the Gap. And what I did was I had those little note cards that said, over here is your expectation. And over here is the exact actual behavior of your in-laws or your kids, or I mean, it could be, I expect dinner to taste like this, and then it actually didn't. So there's a gap. And anytime that there's a gap between what you expect and what the actual behavior is, you need to fill it with something. We always fill the gap. So manage your expectations by filling the gap with believing the best. Maybe your in-laws didn't show up on time and you're feeling very frustrated. But instead of assuming the worst, like they don't care about me, they don't respect my time, they don't think my cooking is good, which spirals you down, instead, believe the best. Because moms, I'm here to tell you, we never really know what people are thinking. We really don't. I mean, they could even say, oh, this is the best meal ever, but they might be thinking, it's really not. I'm just saying that to be nice. So we don't really know what people are thinking. We always make it up. So since we're always making it up, let's make it up positive. Like, let's just assume the best. Let's believe the best. Let's think, oh, they were late because they got caught in traffic, or maybe they were nervous about coming over because they're nervous about how we're going to interact with each other. So just believe the best. Maybe the food didn't turn out the way you wanted, but you can believe that everyone else thought it was amazing. So number one is take care of you. Number two is manage your expectations. Number three, I would highly suggest that you avoid controversial topics like politics. My parents, and my mom watches my lives, so she might be watching this. We have very different political views, so we simply choose not to discuss it. especially in holiday functions. It doesn't mean we can't ever have a civilized conversation about it, but the holidays are stressful enough. So I would highly recommend you avoid those topics like religion or I don't marriage. Sometimes I heard from a friend who's like, every time I go to these functions, they're always like, so when are you getting married? And I'm like, come on, I don't want to talk about that right now. So just think ahead of like, okay, if they ask me something like this, how can I redirect the conversation? How can I say, that's a tough topic to address right now. What's new with you? Just turn it back to them in a polite, loving way, but it will save you a lot of stress to just avoid those controversial subjects. And then finally, number 4. So first, take care of you. Second, manage your expectations. Third, avoid those controversial topics. And fourth, have a code word with your spouse, or if you have older children, so you can help each other, right? So a long time ago, I had a friend, actually, when I was in high school, I had a friend and we had a code word, which really, we thought we were so slick. I'm sure my mom was not aware, but we said something about my pink socks. Do you have, we'd be on the phone, and if she'd ask me something I couldn't talk about because my parents were right there, I'd say, hey, did I leave my pink socks at your house? And so she knew, oh, she can't answer this question. Actually, with Gabriel's dad, we would say, my throat's a little dry. And that meant like, I need some help to help get me out of this situation. So you can have a code word with your spouse or with your older kids. If they're in a situation that they're feeling uncomfortable, you're in a situation you need some help, have a code word. I meant to turn that off. I'm sorry about that. So have a code word, something simple, benign, and respectful. But if, you're feeling cornered by your in-laws and, you want to maybe get out of that situation and you can't, you can say to your husband, hey, is there any coffee? And that could be your code word. Or, oh, I have a headache between my eyebrows, and that could you get me some Motrin? And that might be your code word, so they can help get you out of that situation. So today we talked about 4 stress fighters for extended family stress fighters. And you, right? It starts with you. You need to be filled so that you can give. Remember, moms, we set the tone in our home. Next week during the live, we're going to talk about extended family and your kids, because there are a lot of issues that come up with those kinds of parenting issues or extended family. They fill your kids with a ton of candy and you're like, oh my goodness. So we're going to talk about that next week. Please comment here on this video, any questions or concerns or needs that you have. All of my lives come because you message me and let me know what your concerns and ways that you want to connect better with the kids in your life, what they are. So I get these from you. Keep them coming. Also, go to my website, connectpointmoms.com, and read the articles and comment on them. I want to be helpful for you. I want to help you connect better with the children and the people in your lives. So let me know how I can do that. And I hope you have a wonderful week. And I hope to see you next week, right before Thanksgiving, to talk about extended family stress fighters and your kids. So have a great day, moms. I'll see you soon. Bye.